I want to help people, and like everybody that works with Agape House, they have the passion for this as well. We can change lives.
Why did you start at Agape House? What made you come into Agape House to volunteer here?
My wife, she found it on the internet, I believe, and it was a Christian. It was a great organization, and it's a Christian organization. So we were looking for something like that.
I've helped with the poinsettia campaign, delivering poinsettias, which I found extremely gratifying. Just able to witness to people, connecting with people on the phone when you were calling to say, hey, I'm going to drop your poinsettia off. I answer phones once a week and make return phone calls. I give blessing baskets to a family once a month. And I financially support Agape House.
You feel good. Like I said, it's a great organization. It really is. I like working with Jim and you and Vicki. It's great. I have no problem. I like doing it. And I'm even more than happy to do it.
Don't serve the guy on the corner with the cardboard sign. We serve the families that do not have a residence, are living in cars, campgrounds, backyards, garages, and that's the sole purpose, is to serve families. The compassion side of it is an entity all of its own. It just happens. Believers just want to serve, and they serve with compassion. They serve from their heart, and every one of our volunteers and staff has that heart of compassion, and you can see it in the results of their duties and their joy to come and serve, and to be in prayer for us to be that organization and ministry to give compassion, and that is the results of hope in people's hearts. We cut ourselves out to be different because we use the precepts of the Lord. First, we want to make sure people know that Christ should be centered in their life, and all the other training comes after that. I don't think secular organizations do that. In fact, I know they don't. But we're a Christ-centered ministry. Christ comes first, and that's what solves the problems of all of these homeless families and gives them that independence, that hope, and the joy that they know that they can go on to the next step. Most of the people who are in ministries will say it's always a mountaintop experience. You're always being joyful to see the Lord work. One of my favorite stories is to tell people is about a year ago, we had a mom who was going back and forth to Phoenix for treatment. She had a brain tumor, and that took wear and tear on her car going up and down the hill to Phoenix every day. One day she called and said, my car's done, it's fried, it's dead. And we didn't know what to do for her. The next call was from a lady who said, can you guys use a car? And so that's something that you can't do on your own. Only the Lord can do that. And it was just a joy to be a part of that. Such a joy to see that the mom was not going to miss any of her treatments, and she had a new reliable car, and God just worked it out so well that no man could ever do that.
I answer phones at Agape House once a week, and it's been a blessing. I talk to all kinds of people for all kinds of reasons, but the families that call, they really break my heart. We have a waiting list at all times at Agape House, and when you hear people's stories of abusive husbands, of losing their job, losing their apartment, children, so it's very emotional, but it's gratifying because you give them some hope. Even at that first phone call, you give them some hope.
Children should not be homeless. They should not sleep in tents. They should not sleep in cars. They belong in beds with pillows and warm blankets. We are giving them the opportunity to change, and it's up to them to take it. But as we provide the pathway to independence, we are forever grateful for the opportunity to invest in the lives of others.
Doesn't matter who you are, you get loved. And so that's what I see done around here, is the people are loved and cared about from behind the scenes as well as directly upon them.
I feel like I do life with families. I walk with them, I love on them, I support them, I encourage them, and want to ultimately see them know the love of Christ.
Makes me feel good. Like I said, it's a great organization. It really is. I like working with Jim and you and Vicki. It's great. I have no problem. I like doing it.
Everybody here is really got a central focus of the Agape mission and helping the families and the children and seeing that they have a home and they have a place in a life, and the pathway to independence is really a cool program that has lasting effects on these families being independent for the lives going forward.
The simple fact that they're helping homeless children, I wanted to be a part of that.
You know, we all have issues, and these people really these families just need that little bit of a hand to get back and become a major part of society. And then us too. I get to be renewed also, seeing that change, that life change through Christ.
Together we can remarkably change the lives of the homeless people, and together we can change the face of homelessness in the Prescott area. Would you please consider partnering with us to make this change?
At Agape House, our focus is families in crises. As a Christ-based nonprofit, our mission is changing lives of the families who found themselves homeless and living in crises. Families rebuild and transform their lives through love, support, training, prayer, and the security of having a home. Agape House is not a shelter. Families are offered a place to call home, a safe place to raise their family. Our program has an 86% success rate of families living independently 1 year after graduation from Agape House. We are changing the face of homelessness, one family at a time. It is through the 4 Steps program, Pathway to Independence, that families break the chains of homelessness to discover self-confidence and the life skills for successful independent living. The path to independence is hard work. The reward to Agape families is a bright, promising future, a lifetime of hope, and new attainable action skills for family members.
What we do is we supply housing for families that have found themselves without a residence. They may be in a campground, in a car, in a garage, backyards. We even found a family that was living underneath a camper shell. We don't just give them a house, but we give them the pathway to independence to break the cycle of homelessness and teach them the life skills that will allow them to be independent.